supermarket.
The Johnson family. Where Irie living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Johnson family, the Johnson family, yeah. Johnson, come hang with me.
Hello, Wagwan, pick up yourself for the area yard or area abroad. Welcome back to another episode of Life with the Jam Fams. When we consider the safety of living in Jamaica, we need to consider two things. And the first thing that we need to consider is the optics. So what's the optics that is being showcased about Jamaica for people to see who are not normally residing in Jamaica, or even the ideas of that people are trying for the people living in Jamaica to have about Jamaica, given that Jamaica is a brand that has such notoriety across the world and is a force to be reckoned with, being just a little island, a bit over 10,000 square kilometers, and it still has such a profound impact in countries wherever you go. The second thing that we want to look at is the experience. So the experience of people who visited Jamaica, who've spent any time in Jamaica, any extended period in Jamaica, as well as those people who are residing in Jamaica, people who've not gone anywhere to any other country, so they have no comparison really to make from first hand, as well as people who've visited other places or lived elsewhere, and people who've come back to Jamaica and they have an experience that they can share about Jamaica and its safety. And we have to take both of those into account whenever we're making a decision about how safe Jamaica is, because the narrative we hear and the statistics that we see doesn't always convey the sentiment, especially when the statistic increments aren't necessarily registered the same when compared across the board. So we're going to look at, first of all, the optics, and then we're going to look at the experience, and then see if we can come up with a balanced narrative and a balanced idea and perspective about the safety of living in Jamaica. Last video we talked about the safety of Jamaica and people's perspective and what the optics and the narratives are that you hear. And so on this episode I just wanted to share with you a little bit more of the experience. So the things that we go through and how we experience it, and whether or not we're able to move around and feel and be safe. So from the time we came, I haven't felt in any way that I have gone to places where I feel unsafe or threatened in any in terms of my safety. And there are other things that are irritating and annoying, as people will find wherever they go and live. However, my safety wasn't one. I don't feel any less safe here than I feel when I was living in Milton Keynes in England. I don't feel any less safe here. So for me, in terms of safety, we can share with you some of our videos so that you can see. So for example, one of them is where we were in Kingston walking. We were invited to a special event in this lovely hotel in Terra Nova. So we'll go in and see what this is all about. Another one that I'm going to show you is enjoying a lovely, brilliant sunset on the waterfront in downtown Kingston. Yes, the downtown and the waterfront. Another is where we've gone to the Grand Market event just to get Eliona to see what it's like, and also to refresh my own mind as to what it is, because I've only been once before that. And so that was in the night, and we were out there for a while and walking around, and we weren't threatened in terms of our safety. And every place full. We're taking a rest from all the walking, and Eliona is filling up her tank with an ice cream cone, and I'm going to do the same with an ice cream cake. It's vibrant and lively out here. And now, back to this experience. Other than for the fact that people were lighting the fireworks and popping them, and of course it's a loud pop, and it's right near to you some of the time, so that one was a little bit unsettling, but we didn't feel that our safety was threatened. We will also show you us walking through the town and just walking freely. And this is a nice afternoon rush hour time, and the city centre is bustling with people. Everybody just walking about and going where they're going, minding their own business and just moving. And that is typically our experience. When we come out, you see people upon them phone, people have them handbag upon them shoulder, and people just going about their business. This is the level of busyness in the town where we're going, and this is what it is. All fine. Okay, all right then. Him call me first. And so we're just getting about, people getting around, getting about. Us on public taxi. We take the public taxi to go where we're going and feeling safe. We're on our way to church, and we're here in the taxi. There's the people in the taxi, and it's all good. We'll also show you us on the shopping center, walking around, going where we're going on the shopping center. So this is where Tiny Tot is. It's next to Ministry of Labour and Security and the Impact Center. And you just come in and you can get your school supplies from there and your school uniform. And that's their contact. Kwanzaa is coming, so we're going to start our preparations for the big celebration, our first one in Jamaica. So we want to see how it's going to go. It will also be our first one almost solo, because our other relatives we celebrated with are in the UK. And don't, that would be a good surprise, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ketchup. Is that something exciting?
So this is the peace apple.
I was looking forward to the waffle pies.
Anyways, I have Wendy's spread, Wendy's soup and Wendy's fries.
Okay. And I have the crispy chicken sandwich and fries, so I got that combo. And mango peach is my drink, so we're going to taste and then see how it tastes. Really? One of the events we went to was a kite festival, and of course a lot of people were there, and we were all having fun. People were minding their own business, doing what they wanted to do and get on with their celebration. And so in the same way that when you are somewhere else and people are just going about their business and busy trying to get from point A to point B and focusing on their own priorities, it's a similar thing that happens. Concentration phase. You think you're going to keep it up there? Okay then. To Maypen, and I walk around in Maypen. I've got footage. We've done footage on here before on our channel where I'm walking through Maypen, and I was confidently walking around, and I was by myself as well because I was going to meet up with a friend. I have footage of us in Santa Cruz, and we were just walking in Santa Cruz. Again, done that more than once, going to Santa Cruz, and it's been safe going there. So I don't feel as though I am worried about going to places like that at all. And we've got footage of us in Cristiano walking around, videoing, having our camera up and out and videoing as we go along. So it's we've been to lots of other activities and other places. We went out, for example, on the night we went out to Little Ochi. It was in the night. It was pitch dark by then, and there are other places that we've been so far, and we don't feel unsafe when we go to these places. So the thing here is you avoid unnecessary altercations with people, and you just go about the things that you're doing. I mean, just the same as we hear in other countries where children get into fights and somebody gets injured or hurt. Of course that happens here, where somebody might find that people come out and they're fighting because they're arguing and they get angry, and somebody decides that they're going to throw a punch because something mean was said. Of course that happens here. Where people might have accidents on the road and they're trying to pacify who did what. They might be arguing with one another, and oftentimes, just like it is in other countries, the police is called in, and so they get to do that. Of course, when you go out, you will find that you'll see a lot of police presence around. So you will see police on the roads with firearms, of course, because Jamaican police wear firearm. So you will see police on the road if they're doing traffic searches and stops, they will have their firearms with them out. If they're checking and following leads and tips, just like they do in the UK, you see those ones that are specially dressed in their attire that they wear, other than the regular typical uniform, and they're out and doing their thing. I've indicated before that where I live there is a soldier camp or soldier base, and so of course we see the soldiers going around quite frequently. In the town they come out sometimes if they need to be doing any patrol or any of the typical safety and security measures that they do within the different cities across the island. So it's and of course in terms of the stores and the supermarkets and the shops and the business places, they all have security guards, which is pretty much the similar thing to what you have in the UK. Of course we have like the banks and things like that, they have security guards in there, and most places here will have security guards. It's part of the safety mechanism and employment in the country, and it helps with a sense of safety and security. So it is how it works. And the law is out and about on patrol doing their job, and we thank them for the job that they do. Their service to us as a people. I just want you to see some of the experience that we have and see what they look like. And as I've mentioned before, if you are looking to come to relocate to somewhere, whether it's Jamaica or somewhere else, look at other people who have. Because if you just go on YouTube and look, the amount of people who are moving to Jamaica, it's just insurmountable. It's so many, like you cannot count how many there are. There are so many, and those are people who, like myself, want to tell their story on a platform to maybe share it, archive it, inspire somebody else, and just live an adventure. But there are lots of people who have moved to Jamaica and have done so silently. People don't know there are so many repatriation clubs and groups that are here in different parts of the country as well. So that if you don't need to feel like you're isolated if you come, because there are lots of different groups that you can be a part of, and people are willing to help each other to adjust to the different things in Jamaica and give people advice as to, areas to avoid if there are places to avoid, and also things to do and how to get settled in a little bit more easily. And then it's up to you if you want to take that advice or not. So you've had an opportunity to see both sides, to see the optics and the narrative, and you now have an opportunity to see the experience from a first-hand point of view. We came out this afternoon when it started to get dusk, and we just decided to play a game of catchball. And once we finished playing that, we decided to just rest in the cool breeze and just soak up the coolness. And we just decided that we're just going to put a towel on the lawn and just lie back and relax and look up to the sky and just be mesmerized by the stars. How was the experience for you?
It's quite cooling because we were exercising a lot when we were playing the catching game, and then we got to cool down by relaxing on the grass and looking at the stars and do some sentence starters to make it more.
Of perspective on with regards to Jamaica and its safety and how it is living here. And so I'm grateful that we could shed some light from our perspective and our experience that we're living here, and also the experiences that we have garnered from other people who are also living here and sharing their life experience with others so that others can see what it is like. And I'm hoping that it will be informative and help you in making your decision for how you're going to go about with your move. So bye for now, and see you in the next one.